Just want to start this video by saying that both the NC700 and the Sony XM4s are two exceptional headphones that money can buy right now. So this video is literally just about splitting hairs between these two audio giants in a bid to find the winner. So here we go. Price-wise, they're very evenly matched here in Australia, and in other parts of the world, the Bose might be $10 higher. But design-wise, they could not be further away from each other. The Bose NC700 looks very sleek and modern with a headband that has Bose's proprietary foam, which evenly distributes the weight. You can adjust the fit by sliding the ear cups up or down instead of sliding the headband up or down. Sony, however, went with the if it ain't broke, don't fix it approach with the design, but the band is 10% slimmer and the earbuds are 10% bigger than before, which makes the Sony just 0.1 ounce lighter than the Bose NC700. This really does not affect the comfort of wearing them for a long period of time, but I do prefer the 1000XM4s because the larger ear cups provide better cushioning against my ears. And when it comes to battery life, the Sony takes a huge jump over the Bose as it can last almost 10 hours more than the Bose NC700 with the noise cancelling on. But the Bose fights back with a fast charging capability that gives 5 hours of battery life in just 10 minutes of charging, whereas the Sony only gives 2 hours of battery life in 15 minutes of charging. The NC700 also has an option of a charging case accessory that can provide up to 2 full additional charges. This can potentially give you a total of 60 hours of listening time, but all that power comes at a cost. The charging case in Australia currently costs almost $120 on its own, which is by no means cheap. Then both of these headphones offer noise cancellation and ambient sound control features, and both of them are very good at it. It was very hard for me to choose a winner between these two as both of them performed really well in all my tests. However, the NC700 sounded a little bit warmer than the Sony, especially when I was outside in a very windy condition. The XM4 sounded like it was struggling to keep up with the sound that you get when there is a gush of wind, whereas the Bose handled it beautifully. But as soon as I turned on the music, no matter what was happening on the background, they just drowned everything out. But I feel like that a lot of people will like the XM4 sound quality better because it gives a much fuller bass, and the fact that it can go so much louder without cracking. Even at lower volume levels, the Sony can retain their soundstage, instrument separation, and that bass presence. On the other hand, I felt like the bass on the Bose NC700s was a little bit restrained. It's not like it's not there, but it just feels like it's not as forward as the Sony. The cymbals sound pristine and drums sounded definitely sharper on the Bose NC700s. So this did allow me to focus on the vocals and other instruments while listening to songs or playing games. But yeah, overall, there is no going past the fact that the Sony Mark IV is the cleaner winner here. That's why I was a little bit disappointed when I tested the call quality on the Sony because I thought it will keep up with the audio quality, but that was not the case, and here is why.
Mic check, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. This is a check using the Sony XM4. I am using Sony XM4. Mic check, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Mic check, 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Checking the microphone with the Bose NC700. As you can see, I've got a lot of cars passing by. It's really windy, so if it passes this test, that means it's really good.
So as you just heard, the XM4s are clearly better than the XM3s, but it still suffers from low and muffled reception of your voice. But yet, the Bose continues to raise the bar. It blocks louder ambient noises in the environment and focuses on the voice to create a clear separation, which makes taking a call very enjoyable for you and for the person listening on the other end, no matter what the environment is like. Also, I found that in colder, windy conditions, the XM4's touch controls act up just a little bit. I don't know if it's just my unit that gives this problem, but in general, I found the XM4's touch controls was a little bit finicky. Compared to this, the Bose swipes are a lot more accurate and overall have a much smoother interface. But then again, it is very early days for the Sony XM4. I'm expecting a lot more firmware updates to come in the months ahead, which hopefully will make them as robust as the Bose NC700. And in terms of connectivity, I found both to perform extremely well, though I saw some Reddit articles flying around where people were complaining about some significant amount of lag on the XM4s, but in my testing, I found both to be performing admirably well even when they were connected to two devices at the same time. Now, when it comes to features, the Sony wins hands down. My favorite ones are when I put my hand on the right ear cup, the music instantly stops playing, allowing me to speak and lets in ambient sound. And as soon as I take my hands off, the music comes back up again with noise cancellation. to add to this feature, there is also something called speak to chat. So with this feature on, as soon as I speak, the music just stops instantly and lets in ambient sound again, so that I can have a quick chat. And this just takes convenience to a whole new level for me, as I don't have to manually do anything to stop the music to order a cup of coffee or just to speak to my colleague while I'm at work. And there is so much more as well, because unique to the Sony XM4s are the digital sound enhancement engine Extreme technology that enhances compressed audio by restoring high-range audio via the company's proprietary Edge AI. Then there is 360 reality audio that gives you the illusion that you are listening to live music in a concert or something. Then there is adaptive noise cancellation and so much more. Compared to this, the Bose NC700 offers an augmented reality platform that could have been great if there were more apps that supported this feature to take proper advantage of it. But currently there is only a few apps that work with this, and they too are very area specific. So after 10 rounds of nitpicking, as you can see that there is no cleaner winner here. Both these headphones have their pros and cons and their champions on their own right. But still, I can promise you this much, that if you buy either of these headphones, you will not regret it. Ultimately, what you got here are two excellent headphones with great audio quality and fantastic features. At the end of the day, what it will come down to is what is your personal preference. So I'm very curious to know which one of these headphones would you pick as the winner. Please let me know your thoughts on the comment section down below. This is Nafis signing off till next week. Peace!